Chapter 12. For want of a nail. Let us begin. Teacher, why is the class so untidy? Meena, Ramesh has lost his maths notebook. Radha, we are searching for it. Teacher, it has to be with one of you. Meena, I've searched the shelves in the cupboard. It's nowhere to be seen. Teacher, now put back all the notebooks in their place. Radha, I shall. Umesh, may I come in? Teacher, yes, you may. Umesh, I found this notebook in the assembly hall. Teacher, Ramesh, this is your notebook. You have been careless now. Let us begin the lesson. Let us read. A merchant went to the fair to sell some goods. He got a good price for them all and felt very happy because his money bags were full of gold and silver. I have done well today, he said to himself. I must better now start for home again, for I have a long way to go. So he collected his bags and went to the inn to get his horse, but there he met some friends. These friends knew that the merchant had made some good bargain that day. Come and have tea with us before you go, they said. You have done so well that you can afford to have a jolly time. Well, said the merchant hesitatingly, I cannot stay long. I must get home before dark, for there are often robbers on my road at night. But I will have just tea. No, they all shouted with one voice. Mere tea will not do. You must celebrate your success in a better way. But how? Asked the merchant. One of his best friends got up and said, My dear friend, it is for us to decide how we should celebrate this. All you have to do is to hold a party right now and foot the bill at the end of it. My dear friends, I would be delighted to throw the party the way you want, but unfortunately I am getting late, so why don't you have fun all by yourselves and let me foot the bill? That is never done. If you are hosting the party, you should be there to see your guests enjoy and have fun. They prevailed upon him so much that at last the merchant succumbed and said, Very well then, the party is on. Now what shall I order? Drinks, of course, said one of them. Bread and broth, he asked. Why not? Said another. Lamb chicken roast and dessert, chimed the third. Trifle pudding there must be, shouted the rest. So be it, replied the merchant. He ordered the foodstuffs and the drinks. The merrymaking made him so happy that he stayed on for a long time there talking to his friends, completely engrossed in their mirth. Suddenly he jumped up and said, My word, what on earth have I done? Do you know that I have spent nearly 1 hour with you, good people, and now I am worried. How shall I reach home in the dark with all my gold and silver? Please, dear friends, help me leave at once. He called for his horse, but when it was brought, one of his friends, who was looking at the horse's shoes, said, Mr. Merchant, I don't think you can make it. Why not? Have a good look at this shoe of your horse. Don't you find something missing? Look at it carefully. Ah, I see. There is a missing nail. It's my advice. You'd better wait and have the nail put in. No, no, cried the merchant. I can't wait a minute. I must start at once. One nail does not matter. Do you think so? One nail does make a lot of difference. How does it matter? The other nails will hold it up. Well, if you insist, go ahead without putting the nail. But I warn you, you'll be in trouble. The merchant got on his horse and galloped out of the town. After some hours of hard riding, he stopped at an inn to get something to eat. When he was ready to start again, the stable boy said, Sir, your horse has lost a shoe. You had better let me take it round to the blacksmith. No, said the merchant, I can't wait. I am late as it is. I have only a few miles to go, and the horse can manage so far without one shoe. Do you think so? You are making a big mistake, said the boy. The other shoes are there. They can take care of the horse. Well, if you insist, Go ahead without putting the shoe in. But I warn you, you'll be in trouble. Ignoring the boy's advice, the merchant got on his horse again and rode on. But after a few miles, the horse began to limp and went more and more slowly. All of a sudden, it stumbled, and the merchant nearly fell off. He then got down and looked at its hoof. "This is bad," he said to himself. "It has gone quite lame. Now I shall have to walk and lead my horse." He went on some way further, but at last it became dark, and he was still a good way from home. Suddenly 2 robbers jumped out of the bushes. The merchant was taken by surprise. Besides, he was tired and could not fight much. So the robbers quickly robbed him of all his money and left him sitting by his lame horse in the dark, bruised and weary and very sad at heart. "Alas," he said, "I have lost my money, that too, all for the want of one horseshoe nail. What a fool I have been! If only I had spared a few minutes to have the nail put in, my horse would not have lost its shoe and gone lame, and I should have been safe at home by now with all my money. Let us wed, sir. Harm no living thing, harm no living thing. Watch your hand, harm no living thing. Tread not on the busy ant, or things that crawl or creep. Cause no mischief to those that fly. Leave in peace watery creatures. Renew your spirit, soul, and energy from provided plants that cure and heal. Forbid your mind from searching greed, for only